Everything on a bitch, that means all on you. I rock diamonds, she rock diamonds on her collar too.
Alright, so the very first thing I do at the beginning of my shift is check in all my baristas that I'm working with for the day. So I just take all their temperatures, make sure that they are all ready to work, and then I'll go ahead and plant them in whatever position I want them to be in for the day. And then obviously I have to have my coffee because I am addicted and I drink a lot of coffee. So that's like one of the first things I try to do during my shift. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make some cold brew. So I'm not gonna show you guys like the whole recipe, but I'm just gonna give you like a little look at how we make our cold brew at Starbucks. So I'm grinding up some coffee, and this is what it looks like, all nice and ground up. I'm gonna go ahead and add my water to it. And then once that's all nice and done, I have to go ahead and date it for 20 hours because that's when it has to be pulled. After I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do some dishes. So I'm starting out with putting away some clean dishes first. And then I'm gonna put some more dirty ones in the dishwasher and get those going. I like to start doing dishes like as early as possible because the sooner all my dishes in the store are done, the sooner we can leave, and I always like to get out as early as possible. So now I'm doing digital tips, which we look up in the system. That's like when people mobile order and they leave us tips. And now I'm doing the ad hoc count, which I basically just have to create like this document for all of our sandwiches to know how many we sell. It's like inventory stuff. And then at this point, I just started running some 15-minute breaks for some of my baristas. So this break that I was running, I was on food. So I was basically just getting all the food for the customers while the barista was on break. And once it slowed down a little bit while I was doing this, I decided to clean one of the ovens. We have to clean both of the ovens every day during our shift. So I like to get those done as early as possible as well and make sure they're nice and clean and ready to go for the next day. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the pastry pull. So this is another thing that the shift managers are responsible for doing every single day. So I basically just go in the freezer, take out all the pastries that I'm required to pull. We use like a whole app to keep track of what we're supposed to pull and whatnot, but I didn't show you guys all that because it took a while. And then after all that, I just take a label gun and I date all the pastries for 2 days from the day I'm pulling them, so we know when to throw them away if they're not sold. So I'm just going through all of our pastries, making sure they're all dated. And then this is what it looks like when I'm done. And I have them all on the shelf. And then it's time to do some production. So I'm just going ahead and making some kegs as well as some sweet cream. I also made some mocha, frap roast, and lemonade, but I didn't record myself doing that. But I did a whole bunch of production so that the next day the team is nice and set. And after that, I go ahead and count some tills. So I basically just have to count them down to 200, and then whatever excess money I have, I drop that in our deposit, and then I log everything in our computer system so that everything is documented. At first, this was like kind of hard when I was starting, but it's easy now. And then I just write some comments about the shift in our little communications book. I let them know for the next day what pastries need to be pulled, what time our cold brew needs to be pulled, just any like important notes for the next shift. I let them know what production I did. So like I said, I did sweet cream, whips, lemonade, mocha, and then I went ahead and ran another break. So as you can see in this clip, I'm making drinks, and I was making a vanilla bean frappuccino with caramel drizzle on top. Like I said, I'm a coffee addict. And then after this, I did the sandwich count. So I got rid of all the pastries and sandwiches that were expiring for the night, and I put them on top of the pastry case so we can use them up. Whatever's left over, my baristas can take home or just trash it. And then I go back into that document that you guys saw me make earlier, and then I log all the sandwiches that we have left over. Then I take temperatures, and after I take the temperatures for all the fridges, I check the milks and I rotate them, make sure none of them are expiring for the night. And I log whatever we have in our milk log. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief kind of look at how I run my shifts. Obviously, it's not everything I do during a day, but it's kind of a general look at what I do. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.